wanted to make a quick video here tonight because I think I might be just a little bit nuts. And I'm not talking the good kind of nuts, the kind that can be honey roasted or fondled for your pleasure. I'm talking the bonkers kind of nuts. The picture you see in front of you right here is my new Desert Eagle about 15 minutes after I got it home. Now, this was a perfectly fine and functional firearm, mind you. It's just that this is kind of common when I bring a new gun home. I feel this obsessive need to take a gun apart down to the pins, down to its single pieces, just to see how it works. Now, I know most guns work about the same. They're all very similar. No one's reinventing the semi-auto right now. But they are all a little bit different. Some of them are made better in certain areas and worse in certain areas. And some of them are made a little bit different here and a little bit different there. And I like to be able to figure out what those differences are in every new gun I get. I also like to be familiar with every part. In fact, I won't really use a gun until I can put it back together without looking at any outside reference materials. I have to be able to put it together from memory before I'll actually use it. It's just something I always do every time I get a new handgun. I've never really thought a whole lot about it, but I can see where some people might think this is, batshit crazy. So I guess my question tonight, to kind of assuage my fears that I might be totally Looney Tunes, is, does anybody else do this? Is there anybody out there that feels the need to take a gun apart when they get it? Or maybe not feel the need, but just think it's a good idea? To familiarize yourself with how the gun works, to foresee maybe any problems that might come from the gun later. Just check out things that, look like they're going to work perfectly, or some things that might look like they might be a problem down the road. I do hope that other people do this for one reason or another, whether they feel the need or whether they just think it's a good idea, because otherwise I do, like I said, look a little bit crazy here. But, regardless of whether anybody else does it, I'm still going to do it because, crazy's crazy. I'm not going to change just because somebody else thinks I'm crazy. I'm just going to ignore them and move on and do my own thing. Now, don't get me wrong. When I say crazy, I don't mean like I'm going to bite your balls off crazy. I just mean like, a little bit weird, a little bit OCD, like to do things a certain way, and like to probably do more than I need to sometimes just to make myself feel good about something. Because, there's a great big difference between just being a little OCD and liking to do something a certain way, do things to a certain degree, even if it is a little bit obsessive, maybe even compulsive, than there is sitting outside someone's bedroom window with a butcher knife in one hand and a bottle of Vicks Vapor Rub in the other, and I like to think I'm the former kind of crazy there. So once again, question is, does anybody else do this? Does anyone else think this is a good idea? Or am I the only batshit crazy person here?